Good morning. Look at Bella. She knows I'm. Good morning, sweetie. Come here. I just want to say hello. Oh, she's so sweet. So I got some filters for my pool yesterday. I went with the cheap ones, $50 a piece. Generic. Two for the price of one. Hayward. 1200 filter. I left it on all night. The pool looks nice and clean. I've got a new guest coming on Monday afternoon for 9 days. She's from Minnesota, a liberal bastion. Seems like a cool person. I read about her, and I'm looking forward to her coming. It's about 8 something, and my eyes feel like I got dirt in them. I did buy some different eye drops yesterday. Same company, but you know, they have stuff that works kinda, and then they got another one that works a little better, and then this one that costs twice as much is supposed to be the shit. So I'm giving it a try. It did give me relief immediately when I put it in my eyes. You can probably hear in the background, the clam truck is out there. The big debris haulers. So they're cleaning up my circle. Hopefully they'll stick around. They won't do half of it and take off like the last guy who was in here. Hopefully this weekend we'll get this whole circle cleaned out, and I'm hoping that there's not an issue of them getting all that shit I pushed out to the back of my house, man, on Proctor Road. I may have to hire the 3 amigos to push that shit out on it. I left the sidewalk open so that people can still use the sidewalk, but if it's gonna be an issue, I'm gonna push that shit right out onto the fucking road, man. Because I'm not going to pick it all up and truck it around to the front, or have to deal with it myself. So, I had a good day yesterday. This storm, Bella. My YouTube channel's been doing pretty good, man. Between the election and this hurricane, my views are up. Put a lot of shit up. It better fucking work. Jesus Christ, I don't know anybody who puts 3 or 4 videos up a day. I'm kind of crazy like that. Johnny's all in. If I'm going to do something, Jackson, I'm all in, man. This is just how I roll. It's been fun, man. Really, it really has been. I enjoy it. I'm going into the rebuilding process, guys. I really don't want to sell my house, man. This is perfect for me, man. Perfect. After this election, things are going to be even better. If Kamala Harris loses Florida, it's only going to be by a couple thousand votes, Jack. They say this is a red state. Red state my ass. George Bush won it by 500 votes and put him in the White House. It ain't as red as you think, my friends. We'll see. Time will tell. Maybe I'll go vote today. I got a lot to do. I got a guy call me old fart. He used to build pools, bullshitting with him at Detweiler's, and calls me. He's like, "Yeah, I got this. You know, I got a few jobs for you over here in my trailer, and you know, it's been, you know, it's nothing important." But he's called me 3 fucking times. Why? I was, you know, I thought you were coming by yesterday. I said, "Well, I was busy." You're on the back burner, pal. He said, well, you let me know if you can't do it, I'll call somebody else. Now all of a sudden it's a fucking emergency. So Saturday I'm gonna run over there and unstop his lavatory drain. Yeah, it's a little slow. I gotta get some coffee. I realized the coffee I bought last night, 5 o'clock coffee, usually it's pretty good. But it was buy one, get one free. I went for it, and I bought one that was flavored. I can't think of what it's flavored like, but I think what they do is when they make a bad batch, they're like, whoa, that sucks. Let's put some fucking flavor in this one, because man, that shit is nasty. Just fucking nasty. But Johnny needs to start to make this place really nice, man. Like maybe I'll make a trip to Home Depot today and buy some plants and try to recreate the look that I have on the channel, the fucking Airbnb site, because it ain't like that right now. It's almost like false advertising, but I ain't, if you're vacationing to a federal disaster area, you gotta expect a few fucking nasty things, you know what I'm saying? Shouldn't come as a surprise to you that things don't look the same. That's all I'm saying. I gotta get some eye drops in, guys. I'm holding this camera by hand. I'm gonna get maybe a tripod, some more coffee, and some eye drops. I want to give a shout out to my subscribers, people who have hung in there with me. I am a little over the top with Donald Trump, I get it. I despise the man. He brings out the worst in me. I could just write a list of his flaws, and I'm just dumbfounded that people would give him a pass on all of that. I mean, the guy got banned from New York City for running a fucking charity because they fucking stole the money, guys. Come on. Do you guys not know all of the things he's fucking guilty of? I just don't get it. If our country elects this guy again, after all we know about him, really have to question, remember when Michelle Obama caught hell because she said, for the first time in my life, I'm proud of my country? She was being honest, man. I was not proud of my country when we elected a guy like Donald Trump, Terrible, terrible person. And you'll see. I hope there's a position for Liz Cheney in this new government if Kamala wins. And I'm pretty confident she's going to win, man. Old Donnie Boy put his fucking stinky ass fucking, foot in his mouth. When he fucking talks shit about them Puerto Ricans, man, let me tell you something. I know about these fucking Puerto Ricans and Hispanics. My brother said something to some Spanish dude one day. He lived on our street. His name was Francisco. Within 5 minutes, there were 50 of them motherfuckers on our street. And I was like, all right, it's going to happen, Jackson. Let's get it on, boys. And I told, they never fucked with me because Johnny was a badass. Nobody fucked with me. And I was like, that's it. Him and my brother and Francisco are going to fucking duke it out. And when it's over, it's fucking over. And I think Francisco would kind of got the best of my brother. My brother looked up at me. He was laying on the ground. This dude had him choking him out. And my brother's like, John, get him off me. I was like, that's it. It's over. I fucking went down there. I fucking pulled the guy's arm off my brother's neck. My brother stood up, and I said, "That's it, man." And they all walked away. But I'm just gonna tell you, don't fuck with them, man. The motherfuckers show up with machetes, fucking pistolas. Don't fuck with them, man. But we were cool, man. You know, they understood. We were all on the same boat. They knew me. They knew what I was about. I didn't fuck with anybody. Sometimes, man, shit happens. My little brother, he's not my little brother. He's only a year younger than me, but he did some dumb shit, you know, starting fights with people he shouldn't be fucking fighting with. I remember one day, man, this fucking crippled old kid, this black dude, he's crippled, man. I mean, walked all fucked up, you know. And he was a car thief. He stole stereos for a fucking living. I don't know what the fuck my brother was thinking. I walk out of this store, my brother's got that stereo in his hand, and that little crippled motherfucker's got his goddamn hands wrapped around that car stereo. My brother's swinging him around in circles, trying to get it from him. He wouldn't let it go. And my brother fucking finally got it away from him, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, man? You gonna steal a stolen stereo? What the fuck, man?" Well, this motherfucker goes home, and his mother comes back with a fucking long-nosed 357 Magnum. Where is this motherfucker? Crazy, man. Crazy back in the day. When you live in the motherfucking jungle, you gotta be careful, Jackson. You gotta be cool with everybody in there, you know? Just do your thing, let them do their thing, unless they try to get in your lane. Anyway, you hear that truck working in the background? I gotta make sure this wire this kid ran, 400 feet of fucking wire when he could have just spliced it. I don't understand it. But the cable's in my nephew's name, so if he gets fucking billed, it's going to him. I haven't heard fucking shit from him. He left his trailer in my yard. I called up the cable company because he didn't pay the bill. I called him up the other day, acting like him, and paid the bill. I'm gonna put a lock on his fucking trailer, so when he comes over here in the middle of the night to try to scoop it and run, he's gonna be like, "This motherfucker put a lock on my shit." Right, buddy? It ain't free. You fucking abused a good thing, man. You looked the gift horse in the mouth. Now you're reaping the fucking rewards, pal. Johnny don't play, man. So I'll be honest with you, man. I'm hoping I meet a fucking beautiful woman from this Airbnb who wants to live with me and prosper and be a partner, man. Just help me, I help her. I'm missing the other half of the story, you know what I mean? Being by myself right now, man. It ain't good, Jackson. It ain't good, man. I need a partner, man. I need a ride or die woman, man. You know what I'm saying? My girl who's living in New York now, she was cool as fuck, man. Talk like this to her. She wouldn't offend it. Boy, that coffee's fucking terrible, man. Ugh. So I go to fucking Publix last night. I get 2 bags that aren't a pound each. They're 12 ounces now. So I get almost 2 pounds of coffee. Buy one, get one free. So it was like $8 or $9 per bag. So I paid $8, $9 for that. I got a sub, a fucking pub sub, $10. They used to be $6, $10 or $11 out the door. I got the eye drops and something else, man. Came up to $72 fucking dollars, and I'm like, I feel like I just got shaken down, man. I feel like I just got fucking robbed, man. Good Lordy Jesus. It makes a man want to break a fucking window. Make sure you use ice. Brick size ice. Drive by, throw that shit, and the evidence melts away, Jackson. Yeah. Don't tell him you heard it here on John Phillips Plumbing. So I'm ready to kick this spa in. Take a nice little spa this morning. I feel a little, that house I worked in yesterday was just sick. That place is a dump. It was a fucking dump, but it literally is 100, 200 feet from the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, the location is incredible. When I pulled up the address, instead of the map going to the house, it was a real estate listing. And it said $2.5 million fucking dollars, man. And I was like, wow, this guy he scored. He bought that shit back in the day when it didn't cost much, man. And he hasn't put a dime into it. It's a fucking dump. There's mold, black mold growing all over the fucking drywall, up high, higher than where they cut it out. And he didn't hire a remediation company. He's doing the shit himself, but people who go to that place, they're gonna get sick, man. That fucking air quality in there is fucking terrible, man. I felt it when I left. My eyes were fucking killing me. Terrible. But these people, man, I told them I had 2 days free, and they didn't jump on it. But now them 2 days free disappeared, man. Now I got a girl coming for fucking 9 days straight. 9 days a long time, boys. I can work my charm. Maybe I'll get my eyebrows trimmed. Make sure I get them nostril hairs gone. And always look at her like this from the fucking, so she don't see that fucked up nostril. You know what I'm saying? Look at that fucking thing. How the fuck could you do that to me? It's part of my life, man. It's who I am. Good morning, sweetie. What would I do without my dogs? These dogs just love me and I love them. Gussie, he goes with me everywhere I go. I haven't taken a shit by myself since I got him. He has to lay there, and then he gets up and he sniffs the toilet before I flush it. He's like, you had some chicken without us, you motherfucker. I will tell you, Gussie's a good watchdog. When he's in the backyard, when he's behind the fence, he barks at everything. He lets him know. But if he was outside, he's just a friendly dog. But he's instinctual. And Bella too. They're just smart dogs, man. German Shepherds are just, man, they're like the best person you've ever met in your life. Donald Trump could learn a lot from my fucking dogs, let me tell you. So I gotta, every once in a while, see my over there, I put a new table over there. Every once in a while, it gets a little rusty, you know. And all I do is take a can of spray paint, like maybe some engine paint, black, and just fucking hit it real quick on the top. And I don't do any prep work or nothing, man. Just some Rust-Oleum or whatever. Hit it real quick. The paint dries, the spray dries before it hits the ground. It's a quick way to make it look new. And I just got to get some plants out here and make this thing nice, man, because this fucking joint's a gold mine with the Airbnb. Mikey, watch what I'm doing, man. I ain't buying no goofy ass fucking Tesla truck. I want to see how long you hang on to that. How many times have you rented that stupid thing out? Driving around a purple fucking ugly truck? Who the fuck would do that? Besides a Trumper. Should have painted it with a big old Trump sign. Them suckers will show up in a heartbeat to buy that. God. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. How'd you like to have these fucking eyes, guys? Not fun, man. Son of a bitch. Let's turn this spa on, Jackson. Bella, shut the fuck up. These dogs know, man. The tone of my voice. When I say what the fuck, they go running for the hills. Watch. What the fuck, Bella? What the fuck? What the fuck, Gussie? Look at her.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding with you. Come on, man. You just joshing me. Yeah, man. I'm just joshing you, man.
Johnny's a real kidder. Look at that, man. Nice clean spa, brand new filter. So I tell the lady the other day, I said, I gotta tell you, honey, you know, the way you do my pool is not helping my filter out. When the price of chemicals got real high, they went to cheaper shit, man. They went to powder, everything. Powder fucking chlorine, powder everything. So this phosphate gets high. You know, in my pool, for some reason, the phosphate levels in the pool are high down here. So what they do is they take a big old scoop of that shit and they dump it in my skimmer. And the water, it pushes all that shit through and it clogs up my filter. By the time they're leaving, I'm not getting any water out of my fountain. The fountain is the Sentry. The fountain tells me when it's time to clean the filter. You could see this morning how high it was. It was probably 4 feet high. When it needs to get filled, you know, it's way down, close to it. You know, sometimes it's just bubbling out of the filter. It doesn't even, out of the fountain. It doesn't even shoot up. So that just lets me know when it needs to be filled. But every time they come here and dump that shit in my fucking skimmer, it needs to be cleaned. And that stuff needs to be in the pool. I don't know what the fuck they need to do. Dilute it, mix it, pre-mix it, and pour it in the pool. But they got an attitude too, man. I'm sensing a little bit of an attitude from them. They're always complaining about my filter, man. I clean that filter more than they do. And I pay them to fucking do it. That's all I'm saying, man. It's just not right. But they do keep the water clear. That's all that matters. And she had the balls to tell me, yeah, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks, but then she charges me for the whole month. What kind of shit is that? And it's supposed to be $85 a month. And I said, I'm just gonna pay you another $15, make it an even $100, because I know this pool takes a little extra work. So you know. See this tool? Cobweb. I've got all kinds of tools for the pool, man. That's for getting the cobwebs off my screen. I gotta get that guy back here, man. I feel bad for him, man. Let me tell you something, man. The life of an illegal immigrant is a motherfucking tough road to hoe. Row to hoe. Get it? Guy's sleeping in his fucking truck. He's got fucking little puppies. You know, in the hopes that if a cop pulls him over, he'll say, listen, just get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna take your puppies from you and throw you in the fucking clink. He's, you know, ducking and diving, sleeping in people's yards, working from day to day. And that's better than where they come from, man. This nation was built on immigrants, people escaping a fucking terrible place, man, where there's no future, you know what I mean? America is a beacon for a lot of people. And I wrote a letter to the fucking newspaper before Donald Trump was elected the first time. Let me see if I can find that. I'm gonna read it to you, man. Alright guys, so this is my folder with all the letters to the editor that I have penned. And I don't fucking play around. I write fucking stories, my friend. Wow. This right here was my tub shed sheet. I would go down on this. I would put how many of each you need. And when I give you a work order in the morning, this would be attached. The work order would have the address where you're going, but this would tell you what you need: a left-hand tub, white, almond, bisque, whatever, how many vents. This was for tub sets. But let's see. This one I wrote to, look at this, John Phillips, guest columnist. John Boy. This was to that guy, Joe the plumber, you know, who was very active in 2008, from one plumber to another. I wrote him a letter and to the editor, and this one was way back, how builders pay low wages to these migrant workers, and that's why they want to keep them migrant, illegal immigrants. An idea for tornado shelters. This one was, this letter was, our growth has done us lots of good here in Sarasota. People were bitching, and now I'm on the other side of that fucking argument that, look at all this. Johnny was writing. Certificate of appreciation for the ongoing, presented to John Phillips in recognition of your important contribution to the ongoing fight against hatred and intolerance in America, and in honor of your commitment to making a difference in your community. Thank you for taking a stand. This is the Southern Poverty Law Group. They're up there in Georgia, but you know, Georgia's got more hate groups than any other fucking state in the union. Look at all this shit. Johnny was writing, man. I'm gonna show you some of the things I had made up. I made these little cards up, these mailers, back in '08 when things were tough, man. And I still have a bunch of them. I pulled 2 full-page ads in the phone book. This was my ad. Cost me a lot of money. Not worth it at all. Your capture rate is very, very low. This is another full-page ad I took out in another phone book. 2 of them cost me a lot of money. And like I said, it didn't pay off. But this is from this letter is from the United States Senate. Bill Nelson, our senator, wrote me a letter. And another one from the Senate, Bill Nelson. I don't know what's in there, I forgot. This is the houses that I bought from the condominiums. I had to get it certified that they didn't have Chinese drywall. So these are the letters from Lennar Homes that my condos didn't have Chinese drywall in them. So let me find this thing about Donald Trump. Puh. This is the guy who killed, I don't know what that one is before I say. He looks like the asshole who killed George Floyd. These were crossword puzzles that I was doing. So my letter was about Donald Trump and the Statue of Liberty. And let's see where the fuck that is, man. It's gonna be in here, Jackson. I don't know. I can't find it, but my letter, what my letter talked about is if Donald Trump gets elected, he's gonna plate the fucking Statue of Liberty in gold, put a big old chain with Trump hanging across her breasts, and chuck the finger to the rest of the world, and that's exactly what he's doing. Fuck everybody. He's an isolationist. He's a fucking me guy, you know? And unfortunately, the people who vote for him, they just have no clue about how the world works, man. And how it is in our best interest to spend the money we spend to keep the world from catching on fire, man. It wouldn't be long before we're on fire. Get it? I mean, those are in its simplest terms. If the whole world is burning, it ain't long before our fucking house will be burning. So that's why we spend money on the international community, because it benefits us. Nobody's fucking breaking out in war unless, you know, these fucking morons with their pea shooters want to start something after this election. All I'm telling you guys is, you may think you got some firepower, you know. I mean, really, they're pea shooters. You don't want a Black Hawk helicopter fucking bearing down on your fucking house, man. That's all I'm saying, y'all. You don't want some Patriot missiles fucking coming at you. Fucking Scud missiles. Fucking Scuds are Russian, I think. Bunker breakers. Yeah. They drop one of them on your fucking house. Your house, your property will become the biggest lake in Florida. Yeah. Anyways, I'll find that letter. It's in here. I'm half asleep. But I've had at least 15 letters to the editor published. And that just confirms to me that my views matter. You know what I mean? That, you know, I have a seat at the table. and what my concerns are fucking legitimate, you know? Some people, they write a bunch of shit and it's just crazy, and they don't get published. They have to weed through the letters, you know? But it just confirms to me that, you know, my shit's legit, man. It's legit. Johnny's got real concerns. I'm gonna let you go, guys. I'm gonna jump in this spa because it doesn't take long to heat up. Have a great day. We'll see what we can get into. I gotta go to this guy's house and do a fucking little job for him. Crazy. His fucking whiskers are fouled up the pop-up assembly. Yeah, he's in a trailer. They could really turn into a fucking nightmare. All right, guys. See you.